Hey everyone, Resilient Diabetic, back at it again. It is Thanksgiving afternoon, and I am back from the businesses, and I got a chance to work out on top of that, so it's been a full day, and it's time to eat. Now, I promised you on the short snippet that I took yesterday that I'd explain to you how I use exercise as a leverage towards this big meal. So basically, what happens is this. When you exercise, your muscles become very sensitive to glucose. So everything you eat beyond that point, if you pull glucose out of that muscle, gets to be put back in. So those muscles take priority over everything else. So it's almost a win-win. So after yesterday's workout, I basically had a very low carb meal. Then I woke up this morning, did a little cardio, handled the businesses, went to the gym, and now it's time to eat. So all the insulin I will use will be leveraged towards pulling all of that glucose from the bloodstream back right into the muscle. So it's a tool that those of us who exercise use. And believe me, when I got to the gym today, it was packed. So everyone there knew we're going to be exercising so that we get to eat. And it's something that if you don't do, you may want to really consider it because it is a phenomenal tool to help you towards not only weight loss, but blood sugar control, especially as a diabetic. And for those of you trying to lose weight and control the day, that pre-exercise will really help leverage keeping calories in check. For those of you who can't exercise, the gym is closed, things are just crazy, things are too busy, I will go over a meal just for you. And it's similar to what I will have, except I will get to have a little bit more carbohydrates, mainly because I'm depleted. And it will involve two other key videos that we've gone over already, which was the all-you-can-eat buffet. The same game plan that we use there, we will use for a Thanksgiving meal. And the second thing is, on the rice episodes, part 1 and part 2, I explained to everybody the difference between a starchy carb and a non-starchy carb and how to leverage that for a meal. So, if exercise was not part of the equation, you're going to want to leverage those non-starchy carbs first, and when things are satisfied and full, you can have a little bit of starchy carbs. But that is a way of getting around eating in excess. Well, it's time to eat, and I will show you what I plan on eating today, and we'll go through everything. Now, in the video on rice, I discussed half a cup, which is around 120 calories or so, depending. So here's my cup of rice. I've got a non-starchy carb, which is going to be cabbage. We talked about the difference between non-starchy and starchy carbs. I've got some roast beef, some turkey, and because I've trained and I've worked out intensely hard with a couple days of low carbs, I have sweet potato, I do have a potato, and of course, my sister's famous sweet cranberry sauce, which is amazing. That goes with the turkey. So that'll be my Thanksgiving meal. And the key again, obviously, is the fact that I've trained. So I do get to eat a little more carbs. But I do want to tell you, because I've trained and I've taken insulin, which amounts to about 3.5 to 4 IU of R, it's something you're going to want to talk to your doctors about, is that once you've trained and you're using insulin, the insulin will go much further after exercise. So you do have to be careful because sensitivity will be increased. So the added bonus for me again is the fact that all the glucose I will eat in this amazing meal will be shuttled right back into the muscle tissue. None of it, because of the way I've trained, will go back into fat storage, but into muscle, which is known as glycogen. Now, for those of you who haven't trained, I would suggest you do what we've done in the all-you-can-eat buffet video, which is focusing on the meats, the proteins, the non-starchy carbs first. And after you've eaten that, you're going to be pretty much full. Go in for a second serving of your starchy carbs, which would be your rice, your sweet potatoes, and your potatoes. And of course, the cranberry sauce, that's part of everything. So the whole point of today, obviously, is not about the food. And it's about the family, the environment, the being grateful for everything we've got in front of us. But I know as a diabetic, and for those of you who have been, let's just say, you've been newly diagnosed, it is a day of a great deal of anxiety. How much to eat, how much insulin to take, it can become overwhelming, and I truly understand that. But all in all, it's a day to enjoy, and once again, from our family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.